Shalom, shalom, shalom. Before we even get started in this lesson, first and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakah. Secondly, want to give double honors to the Elders Apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and worthy of double honors. Third and lastly, want to give salutation to all the Akim, that's all the hopeful elect that pushing forth this word and this truth in righteousness and sincerity throughout the four corners. Shalom, shalom, shalom. And I'm Brother Hakah, and pretty much, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to read this one scripture here and just going to expound through the Rakah, and I'm going to be reading from 2 Timothy 2 and 3. This right here, 2 Timothy 2 and 3, and then we're going to get the rolling, all right? So turn this air up a little bit right here, turn this air up a little bit, all right? This right here, 2 Timothy 2 and 3. It says, all right, yeah, I read verse 3. Thou therefore endure hardness Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahawashi Mashiach, man. And the servants, the men of the Lord, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's another title that we are. You know, not only we servants and we seers and prophets of Yahawashi, but we also soldiers as well too, man. All right, you know, because what soldiers do, man? Soldiers what? Be on what? The front line. We on the front line for Yahawashi. All right, you know what I'm saying? We are, you know what I'm saying, the defenders of the gospel. And that's starting with the Elders Apostles of Great Millstone to the elder bishops, you know what I'm saying, on down to us, man. And every other, you know what I'm saying, sincere brother and true affiliates of Great Millstone, man. All right, and alike. All right, so when you look up that word hardness in 2 Timothy 2 and 3, when you look that word up, you know what I'm saying, the blue letter, that word hardness means, you know what I'm saying, difficulty, hardship, you know, affliction, all right, you know, temptation, okay, all right, you know what I'm saying, endure evil times, all right. So all of that's part of our walk of faith of Yahawashi at the end of the day, man. And see, a lot of these clowns, they don't tell you all that, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? You talk about these other Israelite camps out here, you know what I'm saying? Them off-brand, we call them off-brand Israelite camps out here. You know what I'm saying? They'll have you thinking that this truth is a cakewalk, man. All right, this truth, this ministry of ours, you know, is a cakewalk at the end of the day or whatnot, peaches and cream, man. All right, they're not telling you, you know what I'm saying, about the sufferings, you know what I'm saying, that we have to go through, you know what I'm saying, for Mashiach's sake. The scriptures mention several times about the sufferings, all right, if you're a man of the Lord, because Yahawashi, going back to St. John 15 and 18, you know what I'm saying, the servant is not greater than his master at the end of the day. So Yahawashi had to be persecuted, he had to be slandered, he had to be lied on at the end of the day, all right, you know. Yahawashi was afflicted, okay, all right. So everybody coming in the spirit of Yahawashi, all right, you know what I'm saying, the men of the Lord, hey, we're gonna have to go through and bear, all right, those same things, man, all right, you know what I'm saying, we have to be tried as well too, man, all right, you know, and be tried, that fiery trial, going back to 1 Peter's, you know what I'm saying, 4 and 12, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, we have to be tried out, all right, period. We have to be tested at the end of the day, you know, through affliction. All right, you know what I'm saying, to see what manner of men we are going through that spiritual fire. Yahawashi gonna be taking us through. All right, you know, so you know, brothers are suffering. You know, we enduring now, but they ain't gonna be to the same level. You know what I'm saying, when that real test come in, the Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation, man. Because there ain't gonna be no more talks, man. It's gonna be about, you know, your works in that day and that time. Everything that we, you know what I'm saying, that we teach on. All right, you know, you're going to have to apply it in that day and that time, man. All right, to where either you're going to trust in Yahawashi, you're going to trust in this goddamn beast system, man, Esau, at the end of the day. And you already know what comes along with that, man. You trust in that damn beast system, you know what I'm saying? You trust, you know what I'm saying, the Esau beast system. At the end of the day, you already know where that going to lead your ass at, man. Going to lead you to fucking destruction at the end of the day, man. What this clown right here doing? But nevertheless, man, you know what I'm saying, you know, that's part, like I said, that's part of our faith, you know what I'm saying, and the fiery trial we got to go through, you know what I'm saying, all kind of hell, man, you know what I'm saying. You may lose family members, all right, you know what I'm saying, you may lose some family, friends, You know what I'm saying? May lose your job. You know what I'm saying? You know, you may have infirmities and you know what I'm saying, in your body that you gotta work through. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, hey man, you know what I'm saying? All of that, you know what I'm saying? Don't think that, you know, it's something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like a strange thing, like the scriptures say. Hey man, all of those are fiery trials. Yahawashi is gonna test us, man, at the end of the damn day or whatnot, man. Period, bro. You know what I'm saying? To see, like I said, to see what matter of man you are, man. Most I gotta try you out at the end of the day, man. All right, yeah, I gotta take you through, you know what I'm saying, certain things, all right, you know what I'm saying, you know, which is allotted to us, you know what I'm saying, which is gonna be part of our walks, the trials to see whether or not, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna remain faithful, all right? If you're gonna remain faithful in Yahawashi, well, you're gonna bitch up, man, all right, and trust in this damn system, which is gonna be to your fucking destruction, man, which is gonna be to your shame, ultimately, at the end of the day, you know? So, you know what I'm saying, like I said, all of it comes along with this walk, man, all right? You know what I'm saying? You know, this walk of faith in Yahawashi, going back to Ecclesiasticus, also known in the Apocrypha, you know, Sirach 2:1, man. You know, prepare thy soul for temptation when we come to serve Yahawashi. All right, you know, you see all these goddamn tariffs and shit Esau putting out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, like I say, some of us gonna, you know, a lot of us gonna get kicked out our damn houses, man. We kick out our fucking houses. All right, like I say, man, your damn woman who you thought was on your side, you thought she was goddamn Sarah and shit. Hey, man, a lot of them gonna bail out on you at the end of the damn day. You know, hell, I done seen videos. You know, one of the brothers did videos on this goddamn Eve, man. I guess she was, you know what I'm saying, she was speaking on the fact that she lost her husband, you know what I'm saying, to the Hebrew Israelites at the end of the day or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, you know, because he no longer partaking, he became a new creature in Yahawashi. He no longer partaking in the things of this fucking world, the fashion of this fucking world, man. Don't phase us anymore, man. All right, we came out of this world, man. We understand we're looking for a better world, man, which is the kingdom of Israel, the world of Israel at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying, that true one world order, man, with righteousness, all right, gonna be established once again, man, throughout the whole earth, man. That's what we looking forward to at the end of the day or whatnot. So, you know, when you become that new creature in Yahawashi, you know, you probably was, you know, going to church, you know, with the family and shit, going to family functions and shit, especially on pagan holidays or whatnot. Like I say, going to church, you know what I'm saying, you know, smoking your goddamn motherfucking weed and selling weed, whatever, man, just being niggas in the fucking world, you know, clubbing and shit, you know what I'm saying, you know, vacation, every time you turn around you vacation, taking cruises and all that bullshit or whatever. Hey man, you get in the truth, all right? You know, this truth, that's our number one job, man. We be so engulfed, you know what I'm saying, in the truth or whatnot, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we came up out of this fucking world, man. Your damn loved ones and your woman, she's not gonna recognize you anymore, man. When you come into the truth and you reborn again, that's what it's supposed to be. She ain't supposed to recognize you. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to come a new creature in Yahawashi, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, you're supposed to be living your life. You're supposed to be living your life to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? You know, to Yahawashi, man. Supposed to be remaining and being in the spirit, man. Not of this motherfucking world at the end of the day or whatnot. And 2/3 of Israel, they despise Yahawashi, man. They despise his truth. That's why you're seeing so many of these damn scoffers and mockers coming up against this doggone truth, man. Not doggone truth, shalot. All you see so many of these damn scoffers and mockers, man, coming up against the truth at the end of the day or whatnot, man, because ultimately Yahawashi didn't reveal itself to them, man. And ultimately, man, they works are evil, man. They're children of darkness, man. All right, we're the children of the light, man, which represents the understanding and knowledge of Yahawashi, which he bestowed upon us, man. So we're looking for this place to be goddamn destroyed at the end of the day. So when we come out of and we don't mess with the affairs of this world, don't get me wrong, we're users of this world, but we're not abusers of it at the end of the damn day, man. You know what I'm saying? That can cause a lot of division, you know what I'm saying, in your household, in your family at the end of the day. But Yahawashi say he come to bring division, man. All right, and that's gonna be a big test. A lot of guys, man, you know what I'm saying, especially the time we coming in, man. All right, Jacob traveled the hour of temptation. When that C-hip hit, that's gonna be a big major test right there, man. At the end of the day, some of the things, you know, we done dealt with on a smaller scale, but man, we come to a greater scale, man, of, you know what I'm saying, where we're not gonna bow down to this damn beast system at the end of the damn day, man. That gonna cause a lot of division, man. You may lose your damn woman or whatnot. That gonna be, you know what I'm saying, that gonna be a test that Yahawashi gonna test a lot of brothers with, or family members, man. All right, hey man, you know what I'm saying, I ain't with all that Hebrew, I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, hey, you know how we was raised, you know how we was brought upon. You know, we gotta, you know, God don't want us to suffer, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he don't now. He don't want us to suffer. God don't intend for us to suffer. He gave us sound wisdom, man. You better get that C-hip, man. How you gonna eat, man? How you gonna support yourself? How you gonna support your family at the end of the day? A lot of goddamn Jake, you gonna fall into the temptation, man, where Jake making you feel self-guilt. All right, you know what I'm saying? And your ass gonna fall into that temptation, man. All right, you know, all right. So you got to be rooted in this knowledge and this truth, man. All right, you know, ultimately, man, we pretty much outsiders, man. When it comes to this world, man, we outsiders. We ain't part of this fucking kingdom at the end of the damn day or whatnot, man. We stoics, man. All right, you know, we live humble, meek. All right, but we live lonely lives at the end of the day, man. All right, you know, because outside of the brothers in the brotherhood, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, who else you really got to talk about when it comes to prophecy, when it comes to the will of Yahawah, the future prophecy, the times that we coming in, the different fiery trials and the hell that we gon', you know what I'm saying, that we have to partake in, you know what I'm saying, to be proven by Yahawah, man. Jake in the world ain't gonna be able to understand that, man. All right, they ain't gonna understand that Yahawah dealing directly with us. They don't understand that Babylon is gonna be fucking destroyed at the end of the day. They don't understand that these are end time prophecies. All right, they don't understand that Babylon actually, you know what I'm saying, had a beginning and it got a motherfucking end, and we living in the goddamn end of fucking Babylon. All right, we coming to the judgment of Yahawah, man. All right, Jake don't see an end of this damn place, man. All right, like I say, man, you got Jake out here, you know what I'm saying, like the scripture say, man, the niggas like the time of Noah, man. All right, niggas out there, you know what I'm saying, still want to do the things of this fucking world. They still preparing for the things of this world, man. All right, they preparing for the fucking summer. You know what comes along with summer, man. You know, summer vacation cruises and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, going to the beach. You know what I'm saying? You know, birthdays, family reunion. You know what I'm saying? Family reunions and shit or whatever. You know, that's where Jake mindset at, man. All right, they mindset on getting right and you know what I'm saying, getting their house in order. You know what I'm saying? With Yahawah, man, coming out of this fucking world, getting rooted in. You know what I'm saying? Making sure your ass rooted in Yahawah. So, you know what I'm saying? When Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation come, all right, you know what I'm saying? You won't be taken, man. You won't be taken by the wiles of the fucking devil at the end of the day, which is Esau, man. You won't be taken by the wiles of this fucking devil, man. You'll be spiritually prepared, man. All right, because this is part of rehearsing the righteous acts at the end of the doggone day, man. All right, these other Israelite camps, man, they ain't preparing their congregation for what's to come. They ain't preparing their congregation for Jacob's trouble. All right, the hour of temptation at the end of the day or whatnot. They speak against the C-hip, which is the going back to the mark in Revelation 13, 16, and 17. They ain't preparing their congregation. If you take that damn mark, hey, man, that's gonna be fucking destruction, man. All right, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, you ain't gonna be able to repent if you take that goddamn Quran. We're supposed to trust in Yahawah, man. Period, man. Isaiah 65 and always quote Isaiah 65 and 13. You know what I'm saying? You know, 2nd Ezra 16 and 73 on down, man. You know what I'm saying? Where Yahawah is gonna defend, you know what I'm saying, his very elect. You know what I'm saying? That day and that time. You know what I'm saying? You know? So this is what, you know what I'm saying, you're supposed to be preparing your flock, man, your congregation. You're supposed to be that example. And these leaders, these fake ass false leaders ain't doing that, man. Nate Satan and Yohanas, and they ain't doing that. They preaching against it, man. At the end of the day, Bubba, Blackfish, they ain't preaching against that. You know what I'm saying? You know, both had great meals. I'm starting with the Elders Apostles, the Elder Bishops. You know what I'm saying? On down to us, man. You know what I'm saying? They been teaching that, man. They been prophesying the time, you know what I'm saying, that we coming in at the end of the day, man. They been prophesying that. They been giving us that warning. Been letting us know, you know what I'm saying, this ain't gonna be no damn cakewalk. They been letting us know certain members, you know what I'm saying, of the elect, gonna be martyrs for this truth's sake, man. All right, you know, so our elders, man, they ain't never hold nothing back from us, man. All right, that's why we are spiritually grounded and we rooted in, and we counted the cost, man. You know what I'm saying? We counted the cost. We know what we involved in at the end of the day. We also understand that our works is gonna follow us at the end of the day as well, too, man. Our works is gonna follow us, man. All right, you know. So you know what I'm saying? So like Scripture say, endure hardness as a good soldier. So this ain't no fucking cakewalk, man. All right, we ain't out here selling you no motherfucking dreams, man. All right, we letting you know, we giving you the 100% truth. We didn't hold anything back from you, man. All right, you know. All right, so your blood ain't gonna be on our hands at the end of the day, man. All right, but with that, man, you know what I'm saying, that's the end of my listen. I pray and I hope that it was edifying to the body, hopeful elect. And closing out, I want to say shalom, shalom to the whole fellay. Shalom.